All right, here we are with Nancy. We're going to be looking at the Analyze tab and also kind of just seeing how well we did on SPX today. So, all right, did you want me to share my screen or did you want to share yours?
I'll share mine, right? So I can show you how to whatever that thing.
Okay.
I don't have my account numbers closed then. Maybe you can show me.
All right, I'll show you mine then.
Okay.
All
and
right.
I can do yours while I'm doing mine.
Fair enough. All right, so here is that XOP strangle that I was suggesting. At the strikes, I believe we had a 47 put and a 57 call. And for anybody who might be watching the video, a strangle is a neutral trade where you're selling both the call and the put. So once I've got that trade kind of on, and by the way, if you've not discovered this on TOS, you can hold down the control button and select the strikes. Have you ever seen that before?
Yes.
Okay, so once we've got that trade on, we can right click it and then choose Analyze Trade. And then you need to make sure that whatever is checked is the thing that you want to analyze. Okay, so if you have other trades on, like I do in this account, initially it might check all of them. And if you've looked at multiple strangles, it may have them all listed here. So if you want to erase one, you can right click and erase it, but just make sure that it's clicked the one that you want to analyze.
Okay.
Now, I think what you've discovered is that by moving this around, your chart may look different or weird. And so you can just center it like this or adjust the strikes like this so it's viewable. And then what you can do is see these dotted lines here. This red hash mark is the break even at expiration. Now it's important for you to make sure that this date right here is today's date. In this case it is. If it's not, you could change that date so that it's today's date. You also want to make sure that this date up here is the date of expiration of this top green line. In this case, it's September 19th. So it's the day after this expires. So I'm going to make sure that this is September 19th. Then what I'm going to do is I like to move these hash marks over here to your break even points. And that tells you up here what your probability of profit is. So in this case, we have a 63.88% probability of profit. Now, if you're curious, what you can do is watch, this is what happens to theta decay, because I'm going to change this date to tomorrow and the next day. And I want you to watch the graph.
Mine is only says 33%. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
All right.
Maybe you have 5 and I have 1 contract here.
That shouldn't change the percentage. Make sure your the put is at 47.
Yes.
The call is at 57. The date is on September 18th. Make sure this is today's date, August 21st. This up here, it says September 19th. So all that says. So would you like me to show you how to change this so that you can share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Essentially, you click here and see where it says, up here where it says buying power. You can click that onto privacy so that it then erases all of your account numbers. And once you've done that, I'll let you share your screen.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can figure this out together.
Do you see it?
You can click on share screen. It will then ask you which screen that you'd like to share. You can share the one that where you see the toss.
I need to screen 1. I want to move it to 2 because 2 is bigger.
And if you can only figure out how to share a certain
Okay.
screen, you can move it over to that
Can
screen.
you see now?
I cannot see it yet.
Okay.
Okay, you can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Now?
I'm about to. Yep, I can. All right, so what I want you to do is see how your lines on the bottom on the x-axis are all, and plus your view. Okay, there's a couple of things. One, I think in some of your settings, your lines are too close to the black. So I would change those colors of the lines because I could never see that. But in the meantime, why don't you put your cursor over here, say below the 55 number, below the 55 on the x-axis at the very bottom, and click below that, below the 55. See the number 55 on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Put your cursor underneath that number 55. And then hold down your left and then click to the left like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, stop. All right, so what I want you to do is there's a dotted line that's that right one. No, that's the left one. On the dotted line on the right one, click on that and pull it all the way off to the right, past that red line. And then take that one in the middle and then pull it over to your red hash mark. And now see that number, 63.76%?
Yeah. Okay.
That is now your probability of profit.
Okay.
Now, this is up to you, but if it was me, I would go figure out how to go into settings and change those colors because they're too close to the black.
How do I do that?
You know, I'd have to figure that out, but you know, it's probably under display and you know, like background or font color or look and feel, price ticks.
So you want to change it not black?
Well, you see how that dark line, and I don't know what it looks like on yours, but there's just not enough difference between those two colors for it to really stand out. For me, if on the other hand you can see it okay, that's fine since you'll be the one looking at it. Actually, I would have to, you know, it's either display or look and feel. If you probably give me 10 minutes on YouTube, I could Google it and find out, and then I can just answer you in a text message. Sure. But at least now you know how to do that. And we'll figure out how to do the colors so that you want to see my colors just so you kind of get an idea. All right, I'll stop this share and I'll share my screen. And you see how the colors are different. They like stand out. One of them's green and one of them's purple. Yours tend to kind of just blend into your background so much. And over here, see how these numbers, what that tells you is if the price closes, is like, this is today's price. If I closed it, I wouldn't make any profit. But watch that over here. Watch these numbers as I move this cursor around. So you can see how that number changes at expiration or it changes on today's date. That would be if the price goes to $54.63 and I closed it today, I'd lose $216. If it's $54.63 at expiration, I'd make $785. So these numbers change as I move my cursor around. So it's kind of like playing war games or scenario planning with pricing to see what's going to happen to your profit and loss, either at today's date or at expiration. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So okay, so we'll go from there, and thank you. And I'll research that and I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.